I believe it was a couple days ago we were going over the Rolling Stone list of the best albums of the 21st century.
Yeah.
And Thor was not a fan.
What a fart.
He called it a fart.
Okay.
I didn't realize.
Rolling Stones magazine is a fart. That's what they are.
Okay.
Straight up. Dude, their 250 top album list. You're telling me
Oh, here we go.
Sassy.
In Sync, No Strings Attached is number 250 in the last 25 years.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
They're at least a top 50. That album is incredible.
I say bye to that.
Okay. Really?
You said it, sister.
No.
Okay.
Wait,
Sister.
You said it.
He did say something while we were talking about that you have to wait for Wednesday. He's going to unleash.
Yes.
I don't know why this has upset him so much, but here we go. What do we got? What are you feverishly writing over there?
Writing down.
God.
Eddie.
No.
Okay, so let me just,
Yeah.
I'm going to preface this by saying, Eddie does his list, and when we say that, we have a disagreement with Eddie's list, what do we say? It's Eddie's list.
My list. Your list.
It's hard
could
to
look
argue somebody's list. Like, it's hard to argue these idiots at Rolling Stones. This is what they think. I don't know what their
They're just very
criteria
pretentious.
is.
you
They're
know?
idiots.
Yeah.
They're idiots.
Fart.
They're fart. Like, who still reads Rolling Stones? Like, is it prestigious as it was 30 years ago?
I don't know.
And it's singular, just for the record. Stone.
Like this
Rolling
singular,
Stone.
like this singular
That
finger.
is a singular
You
finger.
didn't need
That is a
flip her off.
singular
Yes,
finger.
that
Come
is
on
that.
now.
That is.
That is
I
inappropriate.
let it go like 5 times, and then I couldn't.
This guy, you know, he has problems saying things correctly.
He
I know.
does.
Okay, my bad.
I get it from my parents. My parents call a Tesla a Tesla.
And we just let them do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Have you tried to correct it?
I have, yes, and
And
they
it
won't.
doesn't-
They don't.
doesn't
It
take,
doesn't
huh?
bother them. It doesn't
Okay.
bother them. I keep clicking my parents.
It's like how you say Terry Crew instead of Terry Crews.
It's Terry Crew.
Yeah.
No.
There's an S at the
No.
end of his name. No, there is.
No.
Look it up.
And
It's
it's
silent.
Rolling Stone.
Or every single time he says Chris Hemsworth, he calls him Chris Helmsworth.
Helmsworth.
That one
I
bothers
love
me.
Hemsworth. So anyway,
There's no L.
so when Eddie does a list, it's his list. When
That's
Rolling
correct.
Stones does a list, it's
Stone.
fart list.
Yeah.
When I do a list, it's my list. Now, granted, my best looking guys in Hollywood list is always the top of the top.
And you can't
Everybody
argue
loves
it.
it. You can't argue that. I mean, nobody knows men like I know men. But
Dude.
What?
Dude.
wait a minute.
Don't know
What
if
did I
Hot
say?
men.
I don't think you should have said that like that.
Good looking men in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Boy, that's still weird.
But
Yeah, very weird.
Okay.
when Billboard Music put out their top artists of the 21st century,
yeah, they did do that.
I thought, okay, this isn't opinion based. This is going to be sales and numbers based. Now, there's a lot of things that go into this. Who charts when? Who has many records sold? Who has many singles sold? And then
So
also
it's just based on the Billboard charts?
charts and sales. That's what I was assuming.
Okay.
But then I started digging deep into this list,
Oh, no.
and this list is fart fest.
Another
Fart
fart?
fest?
Well, it just doesn't
fart.
make sense.
A
So
festival of farts?
it doesn't make sense. Now listen, before I get into this, I understand I'm a little biased towards one artist.
Yeah.
I happen to be wearing his shirt right now.
I was going to say,
Dude!
This thing,
this guy, you're so
I can't
hyped.
believe I just did that.
You had to dump yourself
You
because you
just
got
cursed because of
It
your
was
shirt.
it was a slip.
it was a slip.
I meant to say this shirt. And I forgot the
Are you
R.
sure?
I'm positive. I meant to say this shirt.
Terry
Travel
Crew.
segway.
It's Terry Crew.
It's like
all over
Terry
again.
Crew all over it.
I meant to say this shirt. That was a slip.
Okay.
Okay.
I meant to
okay.
say this shirt.
Okay, well, you didn't.
So this shirt
Hold your tongue and say it.
No.
Don't do
means
that.
a lot to me.
Okay.
Uh,
Your shirt means a lot to you?
So
I mean, anybody
Billboard
can
had their
buy it.
top 10 artist list of the 21st century.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was Usher, number 10. I'm going to go from 10 to 10 to 1.
Go slow here, because I don't know the list.
I'm going to go from 10 to 1.
Oh, yeah, we have never.
21st century. Okay.
21st century. I'm not
Not
starting.
doing 15?
Not doing the top 15 like Sky did earlier, oddly.
Okay.
It's a
I'm going to go
hot
10 to 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Usher, number 10.
Bruno Mars, number 9.
I think it should be maybe higher, but okay.
Justin Bieber, number 8.
Beeps.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Beyonce was number 7.
Wow.
I'm really surprised.
Okay.
The Weeknd was number 6.
Oh, my gosh.
Number 5 is Eminem.
Okay.
Wow.
Number 4 is Post Malone,
Post Malone.
Really?
who just
Above
became an artist
Beyonce?
like 5 years ago.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
comment.
Above
Okay.
Eminem, who's the highest selling artist of the 21st century.
Uh-oh.
But anyway,
Oh no.
3 is Rihanna, who hasn't dropped music in like 10 years. And then Drake is number 2, and then Taylor Swift is number 1. Now,
Okay. I don't think it's horrific.
it's horrific.
Oh, okay.
It's horrific. First of all,
Remember
Be careful.
Festival
First of
Farts?
all-
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
First
I don't
of
know.
all,
Sorry.
no artist has sold more records, band, artist, anybody, than Marshall Mathers in the 21st
So
century.
is that all
Nobody.
you're mad about?
Oh, well,
Just Eminem?
He should at least be in the top 2. It's ridiculous. He also hasn't put out anywhere. Drake has put out a lot of music. So Drake has had a lot of top 10 hits.
Yeah. So if it's based on
because he does a lot of features and he steals from a lot of artists.
Oh, boy.
So Drake will be on features of artists you've never heard of before. But Drake will be on art. But he hasn't sold as many records as Eminem.
But it's not just based on sales.
Can I finish, please? Can I finish, please?
You can't. You're not even. I'm not allowed to have a conversation.
No,
but it's not just based on sales. But it's based on a lot. It's based on a lot of different things. So Eminem in 2003 had the number one song, movie, and album at the same time. I feel like we're forgetting that. I feel like Billboard is forgetting how massive he was at one point, because no artist on this list did that ever. He was the only person ever to do that. So they're putting Rihanna and Post Malone over him is insane. Post Malone shouldn't be on this list. Where's Ed Sheeran? Ed Sheeran's on this list. Are you kidding me?
Standing up for Ed Sheeran?
I mean, my God, this is the worst list I've ever seen. It doesn't make any sense. Then their album list of top 25 albums of the 21st century make even more sense. It make even less sense because it's so recency biased. So like Lil Baby, he's a rapper. He has the top album of the 21st century for hip hop. That makes no sense. It's only charted for 4 years. How is that the number one album compared to the Eminem Show, which sold 40 million records? No album's ever done that in hip hop history. It doesn't make sense. So there's so much recency bias in these lists, and it really aggravates me and makes me mad.
Am I allowed to speak now?
You can speak now.
Okay, thanks. You're not making any sense.
Yes.
Because you say this is not opinion based, that it's based on numbers and whatever. Mm-hmm. So what does having the number one movie matter? If it's not, it doesn't matter because you can't let opinion.
It's recency bias because you're telling me. So Morgan Wallen, they say his album, which just came out last year, is the number one album of the 21st century on Billboard. How does that make sense?
Is it by? I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense. If it's by charting, it doesn't make sense. If it's by charting.
Yeah, but let's stay focused here, because if we're talking about the artist,
let's focus on that.
Because I don't understand your point. If it's based on just numbers and that's where he fell, what does it matter?
Do you think they're fudging the numbers?
I think they're fudging the numbers. I think they're fudging it because it's. I mean, they could do whatever they want.
No, but I mean, what you're saying about the Drake thing doesn't make any sense. That's because he was on so much, he charted more, so he's going to be higher on the list. That's just the way it goes.
But I don't think Post Malone has charted as much. Post Malone's only had 3 number one albums. Eminem's had 10.
But it's not just albums, right? You said it's based on
singles too. But he hasn't had as many singles as Eminem either. So, like, I don't know where that is.
I would have no idea.
I don't know how that works.
That Sunflower song was huge, though.
But,
I mean.
Okay, but that's one song. That's my point.
Right. Huh.
So I don't get how
Rihanna had a ton of number ones.
But she also hasn't put out anything in
but she still had a ton. That doesn't discount
recent bias,
the number one.
Only 2 number one albums.
Recent bias.
Only 2.
You're just mad that Eminem wasn't number one.
Well, it's ridiculous.
Let's just say
how are you the highest selling artist of the 21st century and you're not in the top 3? That makes no sense.
Again,
it's so stupid.
If it's based on
and
just
how
numbers,
is there a hip hop artist higher than you? That makes no sense.
All
when
you're
the highest
doing
selling
is
artist
putting your opinion in.
I'm not. It's not my opinion.
When you started, you're saying this should not be opinion based.
It's not my opinion.
You're 1,000,000% just saying my opinion.
Because Eminem
also, let's look at Spotify streams. Spotify streams are insane. I mean, Beyonce only has 55 million Spotify monthly listeners. That's pathetic.
Listen, I'm an iHeart app only guy. It's brand new.
I don't even know what
there's what an update. Resets. It's crazy.
I don't even know.
Do you think that touring and stuff has something to do with it too? Because Eminem doesn't ever come out very often, right?
Yeah, he doesn't tour. He doesn't tour. I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't think it would matter.
And even though Eminem sells a lot of albums, I don't think he gets as much radio play and has as many hits.
I mean, but he did, but it's the 21st century.
Over the whole 21st century.
It's recency bias. This is what she does. This is what she does. This is what she does.
She's just asking questions.
Yeah, this list sucks. Okay. It's crap. It's recency bias. There's no way that a Lil Baby album is the best hip hop album of the last 25 years.
Is that one opinion based, or is that one just sales based?
I don't know, because how could it possibly have more charts and albums than more charting and more sales than Get Rich or Die Trying?
I don't know.
I mean, that was one of the biggest rap albums ever.
Again, one of your favorites.
It's definitely one of my favorites.
It's one of your favorites.
I would say it's one of the bigger albums in the last 25 years. Yeah, I would say that. I would definitely say that for sure.
But you don't like Lil Baby.
It's not that I don't like him. It's just, how does an album that came out 4 years ago, number 5 on the top 25 albums of the last 21st
and you're sure
century?
It's not opinion based?
I don't. That's what they're saying. It's not.
Then I don't know.
It's charted like crazy over the last 4 years, but over the last 4 years. What about 15 years ago? Come on. That's what I'm saying. You tell me Ludacris doesn't have a good album in the last 15 years?
Again,
yes, he does.
It's not about good.
Yes, he does.
This is what I don't
Ludacris
get.
charted.
He's like,
Ludacris sold
talking
records.
out of both sides.
As much as Lil Baby, I don't know.
Lil
I'm not
Baby?
in this world, so I don't know. Is it? I don't
Like,
understand
honestly, The Weeknd should be a lot higher on this list.
he's pretty high.
He
I
should
was
be.
kind of surprised.
He could be higher. He could be higher.
Another artist you like?
Another artist I like.
Oh, you love
I mean, I like Usher. I don't think Usher should be in the top 10 of this. This is insane. Over Ed Sheeran I don't think Usher's had as many hits as Ed Sheeran.
Oh, he's had. I mean, one guy did the Super Bowl halftime show.
Usher.
Another guy's not even being considered.
I mean, Usher
great
could do the
point.
Super Bowl halftime show.
Who?
Ed Sheeran could do the Super Bowl.
I mean, you'd sit through an Ed Sheeran Super Bowl
100% I would.
halftime show.
I mean, without a doubt, 100% I would.
Love songs in the middle.
Without a doubt, 100% I would.
What?
I mean, not even this question.
Wow.
Okay,
Big fan.
Without a doubt, 100% I would.
I'm really lost in this meltdown
Well,
because it feels like you're just angry that your artists that you like
guy.
aren't higher on the
Well,
list.
because it's ridiculous. I want to see their stats. I want to call somebody from Billboard and I want their stats.
What does it matter
Did
to
you
you?
say
It matters to
saw
me.
in the
It
article?
matters to me a lot.
Did you see? You don't know the article they said.
They only give you a little blurb of why each artist is there. They just give you their detail, but they don't like go deep into it.
I do feel like you blacked out and didn't even read.
No, I
them.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
You sure?
I did because
Well, what did it say about
Bruno Mars has so many record sales.
Yeah.
And is like number one on everything. I don't get
On
how he's
everything.
number 9. Like, he should be at least higher than Beyonce if we're going by charts and singles. Bruno Mars has had crazy records. So, like, it doesn't make sense. But all they say is he's sold this many records and he's charted this many times. And then they go to somebody else and they have different stats for them. It doesn't make sense. It feels like they just kind of were like, all right, these are the people who did the best, and then we'll just put them in the order we want.
I don't know.
That's what we're going to do here.
just mad about
That's what we're
Marshall.
gonna
Yeah,
do.
so if M was 2, we wouldn't even be talking right now.
No, I'd be annoyed.
Why?
Because he sells the most records than anybody else.
But Taylor Swift is.
She hasn't sold as many records.
She's an icon.
She hasn't sold as many records as Marshall Mathers.
I don't have the
It's just
stats.
a
You don't
fact.
think
I don't
that
have the
Eras
stats
tour
on me.
It's just a
I don't have
fact.
a stat.
It's just a
Can
fact.
you not sing right now?
It's just a fact.
Please stop singing.
Word.
She hasn't sold as many
I
records.
don't know.
I don't know.
But she's had way more top singles.
Yeah, but she hasn't sold as many.
But if it's all
all
combined,
it counts.
Yes.
What is he talking
I
about?
don't know.
Because it's
Like,
Eminem.
you
and
can't
it's the fact
reason
that
with
he has
him.
to back it up.
No.
she hasn't sold as many records.
Can you shut up?
It's just a fact.
You know what? I'm going to buy a Taylor Swift shirt. I'm going to wear
Do
it.
it.
And,
And you're gonna
it's
sing?
going to mean so much.
Are you
to
gonna
me.
sing?
And I'm going to say, she's had more singles.
Yeah.
She's had more singles.
She also fudges her numbers, by the way.
Okay.
People.
That- what the
Listen.
hell are we doing
Listen.
here?
Listen. Can I finish?
What
Let me
are we doing
finish.
here?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
What?
Taylor Swift fudges her numbers by re-releasing songs as Taylor's version, which are the same
isn't
exact
fudging.
song, and
They
that gives her
sold.
more record
They're
sales
still
and
sold.
fudges the numbers.
Eminem could do the same thing.
But what artist would do that? An artist who wants more money,
somebody who
and
wants
more
to own
recognition.
her art.
Oh, please give me a break.
I give up. I give
Give
up.
me a break. She's fudging numbers left and right.
This was the worst meltdown I've ever heard.
What the hell?
How about that?
And I cursed by accident.
I think you did it on purpose.
No, I meant to
have
say shirt.
You have no control.
I
of
meant to
yourself.
say shirt.
Well, there you go.